Prime Minister Narendra Modi has kicked off India's race to turn all the new passenger car sales electric by 2030. The largest order has gone to a company that hasn't commercially started producing the vehicle. Tata Motors Ltd hasn't sold even a single electric car yet, though the chief executive officer Guenter Butschek says its late mover status is an advantage at the time when technology advances are leading to a fall in the costs. Tata, along with Mahindra and Mahindra Ltd, India's sole electric car makers that plans to boost its vehicles manufacturing capacity to 5,000 units a month, underscores the distance to be covered when compared to China and the US. Ramping up the production of electric vehicles in a country where car makers sells 2.5 million fossil fuels powered units annually is just one part of the problem. Finding the uninterrupted power supply is another. In addition, the non-existent charging infrastructure further widens the gap between India and China, the current global leader. India has 336,000 new registrations in 2016, more than double of 160,000 in the US, while India had just 450 cars hitting the roads according to the International Energy Agency. The governments need to set up charging infrastructures to make this electric business model sustainable, said Ram Kirambi, the partner at the consulting firm AT Guenter. Indian automotive companies may be able to supply electric vehicles meeting the deadline, but the problem is what to do the car owners do without the charging infrastructures. The falling price, the pursuit for all the electric new car sales is less than a decade and a half, is part of Modi's plan to champion the cause of combating climate change. The Bloomberg New Energy Finance predicts that the target will be incredibly difficult in the absence of a clearly defined policy and without subsidies. Chinese firms have benefited from generous funding offered by various regional governments. India currently has about 350 charging points, while China had about 250,000 installed at the end of 2016, according to the BNEF report. It will take about 15 years in India for a total cost of ownership for the electric vehicles to reach partly with the conventional vehicles around the time the South Asian nations plans to end sales of fossil-fueled cars. India's EV target appears a little too ambitious, said Pawan Gonaka, the managing director at automakers of Mahindra and Mahindra Ltd. It would be difficult, more moderate, though a lot more aggressive growth path that we can see in the other countries, but more moderate than being 100% electric vehicles by 2030. Modi's administration is hoping to fast-track the change by leading from the front. The government-backed Energy Efficiency Service Limited (WESL), which is tasked with help the nations reduce the emissions and cut the fuel imports, is buying 10,000 battery-powered cars from Tata Motors and Mahindra to replace petrol and diesel cars used by the federal governments in upcoming 4 years. The electric vehicles will open up a new source of revenue for India's money-losing power and could attract their enthusiasm in building their charging infrastructures, according to Shantanu Jaiswal, the head of the research of Bloomberg New Energy Finance in New Delhi. In areas where the traffic volumes are high, it makes good business sense for distribution utilities, Jaiswal said. In rural areas where the concentration of electric cars may not be very high, getting investments may still be challenged, as we have seen in household electrifications. Automobile ownerships in India remains low, with only 18% cars per 1,000 citizens compared to nearly 69 in China and 786 for US, a study by Niti Aayog, a policy planning body, and Colorado-based Rocky Mountain Institute. The scarcity of privately owned four-wheeled vehicles and the large number of two-wheelers will enable India to leapfrog into the electric cars space, as the higher demand could lead to lower prices. That's what Tata and Mahindra are betting on. Tata is running trials of its electric buses after developing the plug-in version of its Bolt and Tiago hatchback models. Mahindra has plans to expand its capacity to make electric vehicles almost tenfold to 5,000 units a month in 2 to 3 years. Tata Motors has two-part strategy, one which includes selling cars to the government and then rolling out electric buses and trucks to cater to the mass transportation segment. Plans for both are ready, Tata's Butschek said in an interview. We have invested a lot in the electric vehicle businesses, although we have not outspoken about the same, he said. So what do you think of India getting 10,000 electric vehicles by a couple of years? Will this be boosting the electric vehicles and electric cars in the common people's life?
Urumqi is the capital city of the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region in northwest China. Historically a major hub on the Silk Road, Urumqi today is a modern metropolis with more than 3.5 million residents. The city is also home to 750,000 private cars. That's one car for every 5 people. This large number of cars has led to increased traffic congestion and air pollution. To address the problem, the municipal government decided to develop a bus rapid transit, or BRT system. In 2015, a loan of $140 million from the World Bank helped accelerate the system's development.
我们这个快速公交也是 BRT， 是在2011年的8月份开始试运行。当时呢只有 BRT 的1号线和 BRT 的3号线2条线路，发展到今天呢，应该是7条 BRT 线路。
红山站是我们最大的一个换乘点，它的一个站的免费换乘人数一天在3万人。
Passengers can use cash or swipe a prepaid IC card to enter the station. It costs 1 yuan or 15 cents per trip. Station staff help guide passengers to the different lines. A high-capacity BRT bus can carry up to 200 passengers at peak hours. Its low floor makes it easy for people with disabilities, the elderly, and children to board and disembark. The buses are environmentally friendly, fueled by natural gas or a mix of gas and electricity. They run on dedicated lanes separated from other traffic, which ensures speed and punctuality.
感受这个车况好一点吧，车况好，反正是服务吧，驾乘开好车也轻松一点，舒服一点。
Pedestrian overpasses, underpasses, and traffic lights ensure safe crossing for passengers. Construction is underway to connect the BRT line to the newly opened Urumqi High-Speed Railway Station.
我们就是在这个市里住着的嘛，老人嘛退休了就是出来转一转，出来就是换这个车换那个车，特别方便、快捷。
经常坐，很方便、很便捷，而且很舒适、很凉爽，而且我们家小孩也特别喜欢坐。
咱们这个公交车是站比较少，然后也比较快，因为没有堵车那种，也有专属通道不堵车。
In the Public Transport Dispatch and Command Center, the movements in all bus stations and all the buses are on video display and monitored by staff.
借助我们现在这个视频监控系统呢，我们可以对整个乌鲁木齐现有的 BRT 7条线路的所有站台、客流的情况、乘客进站候车的情况，都可以做到实时监控。
GPS speed control allows staff to monitor drivers and alert them if they drive too fast. This has led to a 75% reduction in traffic accidents.
乌鲁木齐 BRT 系统的这个建设，应该说极大的缓解了整个城市普通老百姓的这样一个出行，对吧？每条 BRT 的这个线路的建设投资大概平均在4000万元左右每公里，比这个地铁大大的节约了投资，但是它的这个运行的效率应该说是非常高的。像乌鲁木齐现在整个这个 BRT 系统每天这个运行的这个旅客的这个总量已经超过了40万人。一辆 BRT 的这个车辆可以代替15到20辆小汽车的出行，对吧？它也就是小汽车出行的这个尾气排放量的几分之一，或者是这个10几分之一，大大的这个改善了这个道路周边的这个空气的质量。
Post your comments below, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and follow us on social networks and subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching. This is WC Daily. Think big, think different. Bye.